Hi guys, happy Tuesday from everyone at Families of Character. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jordan.
And we always come live every Tuesday at 11:30, so thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about the best gift idea for Valentine's Day for your spouse.
It's Love Month, right?
Well, it's Love
February is Love Month, and this week is Marriage Week.
It's all about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is at the end of the week, and it's just it's a great time of year to just tell that special someone that you love them.
Exactly.
Give them gifts, all that stuff. Did you know that Valentine's Day last year, $20 billion, billion with a B.
Billion?
Billion with a B. $20 billion was spent on Valentine's Day gifts.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. So,
wow.
we were talking, Jordan and I were talking, like, what do you give your spouse for Valentine's Day?
That's right.
What are some of the best gift ideas?
Yes.
So, but before we kind of answered that question, we wanted to recap a little bit of last week.
Yes.
Because last week we talked about family huddle and how important it is to do your family huddle every Sunday night and the freedom that it's going to give you in your week when you do that.
Yes. So we talked about last week, how do you do a family huddle and what is it? Well, what it is on Sundays getting together with your spouse and your kids,
And
right?
your kids. Everyone in your family.
And looking at your calendar, however you display that, whether it's a paper calendar or your Google calendar that you share with your spouse between your phones, or it's the whiteboard calendar, gathering the kids together with you and your spouse and looking at your week going forward. What do we have going on Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
So we got tons of engagement from you guys about that.
Throughout the week. We had posts that supported the topic. We had a blog post over the weekend that supported the topic. And there were a lot of positive comments and feedback that we got from the whole idea. And so if you did participate,
Yes.
do that. There we go. Instagram just got messed up. If you did participate in a family huddle this past Sunday, drop a comment and let us know what your experience was and kind of how it has positively impacted your family for the week.
And if you haven't done it yet, don't worry.
There's still time. It's only Tuesday.
Sundays come around every 7 days, so you've got another chance to do that.
They
right?
do. Funny how the world just keeps turning.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And don't forget, we have our free printable at familiesofcharacter.com that you can download and you can cut it up depending on how many kids you have. You yourself as a parent can take one and your spouse can take one. But you just fill it out with every night of the week, like what's on the calendar, so kids know what to expect. And it promotes less yelling, it promotes less stress and anxiety for your kids because they know what to anticipate. And then it also just gives your kids responsibility.
Yes, and
Which is never a bad thing.
Exactly. We want more of that.
Yeah.
Didn't you say this morning that you had an experience kind of
Yes.
giving your kids more responsibility back?
So Colorado, it's like snowing all the time. And
it's winter.
It's winter. And so we've had tons of late starts, which has also been And this morning I just decided, okay, my kids know what to do. I'm not going to go downstairs and tell them to get dressed and tell them to get up. And they know what to do. They are responsible. They know what to do. They can make their own breakfast. They can get their lunches together. And that's pretty much what happened. I got myself ready for the day and then came downstairs and kind of just helped. They're like, oh, we got to leave in 30 minutes. And there was no yelling because I just let it go.
I love that story. I love that
Let it go.
real example from this morning because really what it teaches us is, instead of as the mom or the dad that's always kind of steering the ship and helping everybody stay on task and running the family calendar, it's giving, sharing that job with other people, which ultimately empowers them to be more responsible for themselves.
Yeah.
And it takes the burden off of us.
Yeah, which is so great. So great. So
awesome.
The reason we kind of wanted to recap our discussion last week was because it really plays into this week's topic of what is the best gift you can give your spouse for Valentine's Day. So here's the little secret. The best gift you can give your spouse is the gift of time.
Hands down, people.
Hands down. Now, I know some of you, there's quite a few people watching on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, please drop a comment so we know that you're here because it's not telling us who's here. A gift of time. What I was going to say to that? Love languages. All right, I know there's plenty of people who are like, but wait, love languages kind of play into what's the best gift. Okay, I do agree. They do play into what is the best gift to give your spouse. What are the 5 love languages?
Okay. Gift giving. That's one.
First one.
Right?
If you don't know them, look them up.
Google them.
They're amazing.
Yes. Gift of time. You have acts of service.
Yep.
Physical touch.
Yep.
Words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
What am I forgetting?
Oh, jeez. Physical touch, words of affirmation.
Quality time.
Acts of service. Did you say
Yeah.
that?
Quality time.
Quality time. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
So, here's the thing about the love languages. They are awesome,
They are.
but what does it take to do any of the 5 love languages? Jordan? Time. Takes time.
And what we mean by that is, if I am going to do an act of service, right? I'm going to do something for my husband. I'm going to go pick up his dry cleaning, let's just say. It's not something I want to do. It takes time out of my day. I have to rearrange a little something that I wanted to do in order to give to him. Mm-hmm. That is the definition of love, people.
Yep.
It's dying to yourself, denying yourself of something so that you are available to do something for someone else, especially your little beloved spouse.
And let's say, hey Amy, thanks for joining us. Let's say your spouse's love languages is really gifts, all right? And your spouse loves to get flowers or jewelry or
Perfume
or makeup or whatever it is for Valentine's Day, okay? That's awesome, but it does take time to go get that, whatever that gift is. Okay?
Right.
So the gift of time is by far, hands down, best gift you can give your spouse.
Absolutely.
Now, how does that play into what we talked about last week with Family Huddle? Well, if you're prepped for the week and your kids all know what you're doing each night of the week, you might actually find a night where you don't have anything. And you could say to your spouse, hey, let's go out to dinner.
Absolutely.
And now you found time to spend together.
Yes, because we know, like I said, we know that the number one struggle for parents these days is having enough time. Mm-hmm. And so we can't add an hour to our day.
No one
right?
can.
There's 24 hours for everyone. Mm-hmm. So instead of thinking of, if I just had more time, okay, we all have the same amount of time. So within that time, if you can organize and prioritize your time, and you can orient your mind and your eyes to the calendar for the week, like Sarah said, it's so awesome. It's like it opens up these little portals in your mind where you can actually see a solution and go, oh, Wednesday night.
We have nothing.
Right.
Let's go out to dinner.
We'll all be home by 6 o'clock. Get the kids in bed, and then we can spend some quality time together. Right? Or we can, exchange a gift or...
So to play off of what Jordan just said, which just came to me. So if you're organizing your time, right? And your kids see you spending time together.
Yes.
This is why it's also, I think, really important.
Bring it home, girl.
Yeah. Okay, let me think. Let me see if I can wrap my thoughts together. So... the gift of time to your spouse is actually also a gift of time to your kids. Because if your kids see you spending time together, you are exemplifying a healthy relationship to them.
Yes.
And modeling that for them, which they then take and they deposit that into their little memory bank.
Yes.
And boom! It's a gift for everybody.
That's right. I love it. Yes.
I got the thought out.
The gift that keeps on giving. The gift of time.
The gift of time. So, I don't know. What are some of your most favorite Valentine's Day memories?
Well, one of the traditions that we have is
and Josh?
Yes, we go on a date with another couple, our friends.
Oh, yeah.
And we make it happen annually. So we'll go out to a really nice restaurant and we just spend time catching up with them because they don't live in the same state. And so when we get together, we just pour into each other everything that's been going on and catch up. And one of the things I love about that, like a double date, is when Josh is talking to our friends, Kelly and Luke, and he's kind of giving them a snapshot of what we've been up to, I learned something about him, and I see him in a different light. It's because we're not staring at each other one-on-one talking, but I'm observing him share about our family life and what we've been up to, and it's like a super bonding experience. It's just a really cool thing that happens. What about you?
Okay, well, I have to preface this with saying I am not the biggest fan of Valentine's Day.
That's okay. That's all right. There's not a lot of hype around it for a lot of parents, to be honest.
Well, I just, it's such a big, huge industry, and I feel like, I don't know. But the one thing that Donnie and I do really throughout the whole year, it just doesn't come down to the week of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It really comes down to we are continually going on our date nights and stuff. So,
yes.
Friday night, we didn't get to go out last night because I actually had a work thing, which sometimes happens. We talked about that when Donnie and I did our live. Sometimes the week shifts, and so we just realign. And so Friday night, we'll probably go out to dinner. Did we go out last week? We did something. Yes, we did on a double date and stuff like that. Yeah, we did. So I've never been one. I'm not a huge flower person. I don't love flowers. When we were first married, we used to collect poems, and on Valentine's Day, he would give me a book with poems in it. And we'd spend time reading them and stuff like that. But once we had kids, to me, it's not about the actual day. It's more about the idea throughout the whole year. So you can carry that sentiment throughout the whole year, which I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but it all falls down to time. It all falls down to time.
Intentional time. Okay, so Courtney's saying the gift that keeps on giving, time, and Mom's heart-shaped cookies with love messages on them. Those are
it takes time to make those.
Yes.
And then Amy, Valentine's Day is just another day to us. Probably have a game and pasta night with the family. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, because ultimately that's the best gift we can show our kids.
Yes, another one of the posts that we put up on our page last week was to cut out little heart-shaped pieces of paper and write little love messages and put them on your kids' doors.
You're winning with this, by the way.
Hey,
I got as far as cutting out the hearts and putting one up on all the doors. And because, remember guys, I can't walk.
Right.
Still, I can't walk.
You're at a disadvantage.
So, the idea is there. I have the hearts. I'm writing them out. I'm going to have someone else put them on. I did put one on each of the kids' doors. But
I love it. There's so many great ideas of how you can use your time intentionally to pour into your family members and your spouse. So Courtney says she's waiting for a surprise date to come her way. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's, anticipation is always fun. And then Amy, you did the heart-shaped messages last year. That's awesome. Hey, Barbara.
Super fun.
Yes. So that's what we want you to do is calendar time together. Have your family huddles on Sundays to prepare for the week, so it opens up those portals in your mind that are like, hey,
remember the freebie?
Opportunity.
The freebie on our site. There's a couple other really good freebies on our site too that we don't have printed off, but that even help you order your time at night just for yourself and for your spouse. And that also can free up time for the two of you, so you can spend maybe 30 to 45, 60 minutes at night together.
Yes.
And like I said, it's just a good example for your kids.
Yes. And if you're looking for more ideas of kind of how to spend time intentionally with your spouse, we have a couple great blog articles on our website too. Date night and an oil change. Check out that one.
She wrote it. It's really good.
And then date night, how to date your spouse. That's up too. So check those out on our blog, familiesofcharacter.com/blog. Lots of great resources for you all.
Yep.
Have an awesome love week and Valentine's Day. We support you here at Families of Character.
And if you want to drop in the comments what you're going to be doing this week for Valentine's Day, we would love to hear.
Yes.
Love to hear. So,
yes.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
We will be back here next Tuesday at 11:30 Mountain Standard Time.
That's
we
right.
always do. And we actually, next week we have a topic from one of our viewers, a viewer request.
You're not going to want to miss it.
You're not going to want to miss it. We'll announce it next week. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Share this video if you thought it was great and you could impact someone else's life and family.
That's right. Take care and we'll see you next week.
Have a great week, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.